Between illusion and closeness on love, attention, and life in the digital space. There is a special kind of longing that grips us humans repeatedly, the longing for closeness. When one is in love, this longing is both gentle and insistent. One wants to feel, to understand, to connect. Yet every movement, every word, every gesture carries the silent question: am I too much or too little? Respect and patience, those subtle virtues that often go unnoticed in real encounters, suddenly become crucial guideposts. A smile, a conversation, a careful offer, any of these can be the beginning of a connection. But where does desire end, and where do the boundaries of the other person begin? When a no is ignored, the boundary begins to hurt, and closeness turns into a burden. Stalking is not an abstract concept in such moments, but a reality that creates fear where interest once blossomed. The art of getting to know someone lies in balancing one's own desire for connection with the freedom and boundaries of the other person. This dynamic can also be observed in the world of social media, where closeness often seems tangible but is only illusory. Platforms like YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok give the impression of intimacy. Influencers share personal insights, speak directly to their audiences, laugh, cry, and tell stories that appear intimate. Yet behind this lies a chasm. Millions follow every step, but the creator cannot interact personally with each individual. This so-called parasocial relationship is a one-way experience. Viewers feel closeness and familiarity, while the influencer, at best, communicates publicly. This dynamic becomes particularly evident when people become famous through their community. A YouTuber who once shared small vlogs may reach hundreds of thousands of subscribers after several years. The community that made this possible remains largely invisible in the background. Instagram and TikTok intensify this play of attention. Likes, comments, and views are visible, yet the people generating these numbers remain anonymous. A new kind of power emerges, not through money or titles, but through the silent recognition of those who voluntarily follow. Sometimes this power transforms. Influencers may appear arrogant or distant, almost like minor celebrities. Yet their recognition did not come solely from themselves, but through the attention, interest, time, and trust of their community. Disappointment arises when this perceived closeness is not reciprocated. Viewers feel excluded, even though they contributed to the influencer's popularity. At the same time, one must consider the other side. The burden of visibility is real. Hundreds of thousands of people expect interaction, while the person behind the camera seeks privacy. A constant dance between closeness, expectation, and self-protection unfolds. Here lies one of the central challenges of our time. How do we navigate closeness and distance when the lines between public and private, follower and friend, admiration and overestimation blur? The answer is subtle. Respect and authenticity remain crucial values, whether in analog life or digital spaces. Influencers must recognize that their community is the foundation of their success and treat it accordingly. Viewers, in turn, must accept that digital relationships cannot replace personal ones. Perhaps the key lies in balance. Those aware that attention does not equal personal connection can enjoy observation, admiration, and exchange without disappointment. Those who take responsibility for their actions in the digital world can maintain authenticity and convey real closeness, even if it is limited. Social media offers the chance to experience community, share perspectives, and give attention. But it demands that we recognize where closeness begins and distance is necessary. Thus, the digital world, like any encounter in life, becomes a mirror. It shows how much we crave connection, how deeply we long for closeness, and how easily we can lose ourselves when power, attention, or illusion deceive us. Those who perceive the fine lines between closeness and distance may discover that true connection is not measured in numbers, but in respect, patience, and conscious togetherness. Perhaps this is the most important lesson that both love and the world of social media can teach us. Closeness is precious, attention is responsibility, and admiration is enriching only when rooted in respect.